You win!
Yay!
Congratulations! Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door,
Okey-dokey.
I can make it through the
This
wall.
is new. A figurine finders committee meeting today. Meeting the thing. My bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again. Not
Yeah.
truly alone.
My
Not
bucket.
with the bucket around.
I gotta find these figurines. Stanley Reens. Whatever they were calling them.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting
I'm looking
room,
for Stanley
but
Reens.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him
Maybe
that
I
the
missed one.
employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Oh my
And
days.
here it was. Had the
Yad!
bucket turned out to be correct?
Heckin' Mackie poo.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
The bucket was wrong.
Stanley took
It's
the door on
wrong.
his left to go back to the meeting room.
No. We are in fact not doing
No.
this.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift.
I gotta
yes.
try and get in
Go
there.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the
Hello.
top. There's something
Hello.
up there I need
Thank you
you
so much
to
for the
do.
follow.
Stanley did
Ooh.
not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed
What?
him, of course,
Ah,
because buckets
did
can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
Just woke up
He
for a
was
drink
firmly
again. I thought
convinced
see
that
you
the
Ron
bucket
so
had
doing luck my
spoken
bank
to
back
him,
to sleep.
and
please.
he
Think for the
unthinkingly did
lurkies,
whatever the
Mackie.
bucket asked.
Two B three. Le bucket. Le
No,
bucket.
stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
What?
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here?
God damn it.
Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest
I know
of
what a
the
bucket
game
is.
if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
How dare?
Please,
Aw.
step in here for a moment.
There's no other way. End is never the end is never the... Is this a bucket? Woo!
I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Okay.
Simply
I'm
enough, right?
ready.
This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what
We got
is
this.
or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
It's tricky. It's a tricky one. It could be a bucket, but it could also be cake. Oh my god, is it cake? It's a bucket.
Incorrect.
Dang!
It is a hologram of a bucket,
I knew it!
not an actual bucket.
Maybe there's something fishy about it.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
It did a little wiggle. Oh, I think it chooses whatever I choose. It's just gonna say wrong.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Is the next one gonna be a bucket? Ooh.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
No.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Look like cake to me. This
Item
is a
4.
bucket.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up?
Looks like a bucket.
Incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
It could be a bucket if he wants to be a bucket. Don't judge him. Oh,
Is this a bucket?
it's a bucket. It's a bucket. Yes!
This is a bucket.
I told you. Tremendous.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
No, it's a liar.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
I'm very good at this game.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Yes.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something. And
Is it?
therefore nothing could possibly be something.
You hurt my
Unless,
brain.
in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Nothing. Nothing is a bucket. I believe everything could be a bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence.
Sal Bucket,
Yet
bucket
now I'm
guru.
somewhat adrift.
That's me.
Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
You are a bucket. We are all buckets. You are
Stanley,
a bucket.
I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry.
Don't you dare try and take my bucket away.
All buckets from the game in time.
No!
Okay, here we go.
No! My bucket. No. The no button. No! Damn it! Did you steal my bucket?
What happened? Is everything gone?
Everything was a bucket.
Disappear? Wait, was everything?
Everything was a bucket. I told you.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
You are
and
a bucket.
You, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
Best
This is
buckets.
wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue. But it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
Yes.
So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Okay.
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you
Yes.
run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
Okay.
Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Replace the buckets. Said bucket too many times. Does not feel real. Can
All
I
of his
can't.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The good
My
old
bucket.
Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure
My bucket, my bucket,
together.
my bucket. Yes, my bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee
Seismic
lounge was simply
sanitation.
the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
No.
Was it? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Bucket was wrong.
Stanley took the
Wrong.
door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
So I can't go that way. Let's go
No,
to the
Said
telephone.
the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Okay.
The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Oh!
Stanley
Oh!
did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because
I can
buckets
see
can't
it! How do I
But
get to
Stanley
it?
chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
It's over there. There's a little me. There's a little me over there.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Okay.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
I did. Obey the bucket.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home where we can go about life together.
Is my wife gonna be a bucket?
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley
Oh.
and his bucket. Once upon a time,
damn it.
I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend.
Hello?
And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Can I leave? No. My retinas. Everything is a bucket. Look at my art. All my art is bucket. Look at all them buckets. What does that say? Sunset. My bucket! Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press P to take me to work with you. Let's go to work.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship.
My
It
bucket.
doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Bucket. To take me back. P to take you back home. Okay.
Lately, I've been concerned about him.
My
Wouldn't
bucket.
you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
What letters did it ask me to press so
I'll
far?
try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me?
I can hear
Listen
you.
to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location.
Incorrect.
That's
It can also
It
transfer
doesn't do anything
solids.
else.
Don't listen to the loud man. Press L to go back home. Okay.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking
Where's
orders
my
from the
bucket?
bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me
is
he
that?
took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to.
Look at
Now
all my
all
mugs
he
that
cares
stole
about
from
is this
work.
awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Best hunk of metal, thank you very much. Press M to ignore anyone in your life except for me. Okay. Me and Bucket
Sad.
for life.
I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket.
Bucket is life.
Well, I'll
bucket
give it
is
this.
love.
The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press B to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's
Yes.
just a little more.
Let's just sit and watch
what am I
TV
trying to
together.
say? Sturdier, more
It could trap a
capable of
poisonous
transporting
spider.
liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press C to relive the same day with me over and over. Okay.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Bucket. Press Y to go home, to go to work, to go home, to go to work, to go home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No, 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 no,
Candles.
no, 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 no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it does. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes.
Bucket.
The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give
No.
it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now.
Close
Give
your
it or
eyes.
I'll-
Go back to work, Stanley. Okay.
Is a bucket.
Where's my bucket?
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Where's my bucket? My bucket.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Okay. Me and my bucket. Me and my bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh, I want to go see if I can get that little collectible.
This
Though.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yeah.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
No.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting
There is a
room.
lot of endings to this. Like a lot.
No.
Never
Said the
end. It
bucket.
just never ends.
Don't
It's an
go to the
unendable
meeting
game,
room.
I think.
Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes.
What?
Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Oh, I never went over here before. We are not, in fact, going to the cargo lift. We're going to get this collectible. Ta-da!
I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanley
Figlies.
and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense
I like
of
the little
happiness
stands.
that you get from seeing a small
Stanlets. What
number
about
in the
Stanlet?
corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Little standlets. I never noticed this before. Don't think I've ever been in here, like in the normal game either. Oh. I must get closer. Public domain, baby. Help, help. The striped shirt savage is tearing off my arm. Ow. Beware the referee of pain. Okay. I'm so confused. Okay. New room. I need to go pee. Ooh! It's a thing again. 500 tons of power. I'm a messenger from the printer. Printers get a lot of stick for not being as simple as they were in the early noughties. They get a lot of hate for refusing to print when only one of the ink cartridges is empty. You think that's their call? They didn't design themselves. Educate yourselves before you cast shade. The day of the ink. The day of the ink is known in the annals for what did I say? Scarcely has a day seen so much wanton ink shed. A baleful sun rose upon the printer camps when at once 2,000 photocopier cavalry emerged from the mists. The printers had believed them still a week away, and there they were with fury in their hearts. The heavy cavalry was followed by 10,000 footcopiers. It is said that the fields were multicolored with ink for years after that day of horror. To this day, some locals report hearing the ghastly sounds of printer errors upon the old battlefield. What the f***? Ink is printer blood. That means every time you print a document, it's written in blood. Think on that. Printing is blood sport. Vegans shouldn't print. Printers are alive. What the f***? Gilbert is better than the narrator. Okay, there you go. Oh, look. Cassettes. Narrator dialogue. Narrator dialogue. It's all narrator dialogue. Okay. Lost cat. There is a reward. Jean. I can't remember how we got it. Oh, I do remember how we got it. We went into the... What does that say? Evidence.
Okay. This is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the
very edgy cup.
emptiness in my chest when I set it down
Bucket is life, that's what I'm saying.
doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
Okay.
This is my golden ticket.
Do I owe this man a lot of
But I
money
have
for
to be
holding the
careful,
bucket for all this time?
Because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get...
Oh.
What's that?
Strange otherworldly
Who's there?
noises. It's buckets. What? Gambarata? Coolsies. Did I die from Gambarata? It's not even a thing. I just want to take the bucket and
All
go
of
to
his
heaven.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Uh-huh. Come on, bucket.
A good bucket. A strong bucket. A humble bucket. A committed bucket.
Best
a bucket
bucket.
of culture and distinction.
Best bucket. We have to do this a bucket of cake.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Which way? We rang the phone. We did the bucket home. We went. Let's go this way. Bucket! Hi, Pyro. I see you there. Oh, it's changed in here. Warehouse access plan. 1. Produce 1 plank to allow ease of access past the fence. Construct bridge to allow collection of shiny float. Retrieve Chris's remains from warehouse floor. Construct new structurally sound bridge. We need more planks. Oh heck at you! Mission status. Places to search. Inside of a sequel exhibit. A large room, lots of boxes, stairs, something to do with stairs, somewhere both red and blue. So I need 2 more. Nearby a fireplace, a private but smelly place for an important person, a toilet. There's some kind of game. How can we find them? Bottom text, I love it. It's all changed into a thing. What we know. Across a small floating object appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. Many questions. There was no memo from management. Agenda. How can you tell you spotted one? Mock takes them float in the air. Who took pictures of them? I see. Figglies are hard to find. Follow the cues. Clues. Red room. We can do it. The curse Salimo? Which one? Wait, what was this curse Salimo? To whom it may concern, I managed to pick up sounds unusual of regular office ambience or local audio sources using an array of cardioid microphones, also known as directional microphone, which picks up sound from a particular area. Analysis of the recordings allowed me to triangulate the source of the strange noise. Data showed that in all likelihood it's coming from the desk, from a dark area behind a very warm place. Also picked up what looks to be a reverberance of porcelain surface. Anybody know? Wouldn't you like to know? That was behind the fireplace of the office. Ideas. Trust the completionist instinct. I gotta do it. Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation room, they feel pointless, to be honest. What we know, what we forgot, what we don't know yet. Weird spinny fingers. Artist rendering. It's very good rendering. So I have 2 more to find. Somewhere where it was both red and blue. Stairs, something to do with stairs. I want to go here. I want them so much. I want to go home. Stop kidding yourselves. There will be cleaning of this wall required. Who are you? 666 lol. There will be a reward for finding them all. We gotta find them all. Brooms! Is it in the broom?
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet.
No!
Simply because I have no remaining stickers.
Give me more
If
stickers.
I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Give me stickers! Are you sure you don't have stickers? How about now? Was the one without the Nosarino? That's SalW. A capital S. Small A-L, big W.
Coming to a staircase,
That should
Stanley
have
and the
been
bucket
removed.
walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Ah, I knew it.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler anarines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different
Got
in
big
the sense
SalW.
that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all.
Got loads of
You can't
SalWs.
go
What do
back
you
to when you
mean?
had no Figler anarines. None of us can.
It's always been on BTTV. It's not actually been on mine.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Oh, this
He
is
might be
when I get
fired for
weird
that.
and it just...
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
I know what happens
All
down here. It
because
just
he believed
repeats.
everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held
basically the
bucket
same
close,
part, but
yet
different
felt none
narration.
of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket.
Uh-oh.
It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
My
How
God.
did I end up with someone else's bucket?
My
this is
God.
all terribly wrong.
Princess Property is-
Surely no
Where did it
good
go?
would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
Oh, no.
Indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd.
My bucket.
And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh,
My
gracious,
legs.
he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
Could it truly be?
Oh my God,
He
there's
rushed
buckets
forward
everywhere.
from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next.
Oh.
None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
None of these are my buckets.
Come to me, Stanley! Find me!
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend.
My
it was the
bucket?
only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
My head.
The real bucket was inside of him all along.
My God.
It was incredibly painful. Stanley
The bucket was a
doubled over
lie?
in agony and blacked out.
I died. The end. The end is not
This
the end,
is
is
the
never the
story
end.
of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, going back to this.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security.
Oh, she
and
has a
walked to her
bucket.
place of
She's
work.
got...
But on
she's
this
got a
particular
bucket.
day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled
Goddamn
through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
I couldn't
Right
pick
away,
up any
she
of the other
knew
buckets.
what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket.
A Vibby game.
Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How
Rigged.
cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything.
can't remember where I
Heck,
saw
Yes, she thought to herself.
blue
"My
and red. There's
life
blue and red
kicks
doors."
ass." And she backflipped all the way to work.
She backflipped all the way to work. Good job. Very spry. Much wow. Ah.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Sometimes it puts me here.
The embrace of an old friend. A weather... Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Trying to think where I haven't been.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but
the
Stanley
mind
had felt the
control
bucket
room?
calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place
You
to
thought you were
be.
hoping to get to play as there as well?
And here it was. Had the bucket
Blue
turned out
and
to
red.
be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
I want to try
And so
something.
the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Still got the mission stats of figurine finder committee. Ah, I still have one more to go. Somewhere both red and blue. The only thing I can think of that was both red and blue was when I had those weird...
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. It coming
But
to
we
a
had two
staircase,
doors.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Boss's office. Boss's bog. The boss. Don't mind me.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Sheer
Was
luck!
it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding
Okay,
him?
it's not guiding me. I'm gonna have to go up and down in
is
this lift
certainly
like
the
3
most
times.
logical explanation.
Up. And then I'm gonna get the celebratory ending thing. And then... back out of the celebration and go back down in the lift. I know, maybe
Wait,
it'll help.
Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Number 3? What? I gotta go back and press number 3, apparently. Three.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over.
I did do that. I did.
Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life.
Alright.
Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to
Oh, what did you
Stanley.
do?
Colon
Who
raised
always
underscore
felt such-
hands. Raised underscore hands. Raised underscore hands. Raised underscore hands.
What did you
Raised
do?
underscore hands.
Thank you for the 100 bits.
Connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as
Yeah.
it was to him? Once Stanley had had
So
enough
impressed.
of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
What about 2, 8, 4, 3? A big hot bob. Welcome in. Under cult of the hands. Cult of the hands. Welcome in. Okay, I gotta go down, then I gotta go back up.
Perhaps the bucket had missed.
Carlos, welcome in.
Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
It was quite joyful, that number 3. Okay.
A hint of
back out.
regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he demonstrate the number 3 for the bucket again?
Yes, we should. Until the bucket appreciates.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket.
You know, smash number 3 again, apparently. You know what to do. Making him do mod stuff, look.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, waving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told
Wait, I haven't tried
stories through
boob.
the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his
boob.
bucket for a reaction
No?
of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
You bucket. I was doing Twitch integration, which always chaotic, but fun chaos. I've never tried that before. You hit the energy wall. Oh,
Stanley
I hate
and the
that.
bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why
me.
suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew
Maybe
that
I can't
there
get
must
the
be a way
SalBerry.
to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
I'll take him back up again and show him number 3s. I'll make you see.
Ah, said Stanley. I know what to do.
I
I
know
know
what to
how
do.
to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided
What was
right
that
then
noise?
and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over.
I see.
He would elaborate fully on what the number 3
Was that
meant,
a... I thought it was a man. Did you
and
see the
why
man?
he
There was a
felt
man.
so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the
There's
eyes
people.
of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley.
So we have got to the celebrating me stage.
For months, he advertised and marketed
Oh.
his press conference.
You
building
cannot go back
excitement
down.
around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further.
At least we
When
know.
the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Oh, this is exactly the same. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. I am ready. Number 3. Everything is number
This
3.
was it.
3.
One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Oh, look at tiny golf. We are ready. We are ready to show the world. Number 3 is the best number. That was my other book.
There was no one here.
Oh!
Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure. And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously.
Oh my god!
There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant.
Jesus Christ.
They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Guess I'll leave. Okay. The end is
Stanley
never the end,
decided
is
to
never
go
the
to
end,
the
is never the
meeting
end, is never the
room. Perhaps he had
end.
simply
Oh,
missed a
oh,
memo.
they're all on.
No matter how, perhaps
Fuck
he
you,
simply
bucket.
missed a memo.
No.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door,
I wanna go down here.
back on track.
See if I go down here with the bucket if something's different. Fall asleep with liquid escape your mouth. This is also true.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted
Oh,
to
it's
wander about
different.
and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
So, you know, I gotta try the right door. Left.
Oh,
Wait!
no. It's my mistake.
I knew I was gonna do that!
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was
Sound
I
reparable. Hey,
thinking?
Carrot, how you
It's
doing?
clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
He doesn't know. He is unaware.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay.
The game
yes.
is trolling me.
I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Oh, it's here again.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to,
Stanley
who am I
Parberry.
kidding?
Oh.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Ugh.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Very well.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait. Where's my bucket? The bucket has gone completely as well.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over.
This is more doors.
Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
Something changed.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
Nope.
Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Wait a minute. What? What do you mean? Oh, this is horrible. I don't like this at all. I think I found it. No, it's a window. Everyone knows what you did. They're just holding... Everybody knows what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself. That's my inner
I'll
guilt.
say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise
Thanks,
you
inner
there
guilt.
definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Give me a minute, will you? I'm wandering aimlessly.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
My
Perhaps
bucket
he
is
had
still
simply
gone.
missed a memo.
We have not restarted. This is...
Okay, yep, it's...
Yep, this
I might be
was...
remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
You gotta open the door for me. Okay. I'm like... confused.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something.
Wait,
The
what?
story. Here it comes.
I think this is just a,
No, wait.
a dead
never
end, sir.
mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Ah! Bloody hell's fire.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all.
No.
Is this the story?
It's very layers of
I
fear.
don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
This game's goated.
that correct?
Goated?
Do you remember, Stanley?
It's goated.
Well, do you
Good
know
morning,
what?
kitty.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
I'll take it. Thanks. Thanks, game.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
I totally
Some
did.
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those
Oh, my
situations.
door's gone.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
It's a bad idea. Well, this is...
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
So simple. Very simple. Look how simple it is. Wow. Okay.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Okay. Oh, okay. I have to follow the line. What if I go backwards? I follow the line the other way. No. Praise the line. Cool computer. Solitaire. I knew it. Or this way? Nothing. It's that place that I keep looking at, but I couldn't go to.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction.
Why did the line go around
Stanley,
everything?
to destiny. Though,
Destiny.
here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if
Yes.
there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
Also, yes.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
What?
That got a bit weird back there.
You've got a bit
I'd like
weird.
to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
Because this kind
I
of
think what we
line.
need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Not this music again! Sir, please! Am I got? Oh, I got a number one. Oh look! Payday mask. Easter egg. I think it's Payday. It's some game with guns. Day. Oh god. It is
Cut the
Payday.
music. Go back and look at that
Soul
fern.
pipe, yay.
How the heck are
Stanley,
you doing?
this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
It looks like a fern. God, I can actually hear myself again. Much better, very well. Proper banger it is. It was Payday, okay. I only seen it on, like, advertising. I've never actually played the game. Let me open all the doors, damn it.
Wait, what?
What?
We're back at the office? No.
No.
No. Line,
No.
you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
We have gone in a circle. Can you speak Welsh? Yakida? I can't think of the other words. Yakida's the only one I know.
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
God damn it.
You know what, Stanley?
What?
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Not a
We're
lot.
intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
I've been
Something
trying to.
exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable.
Does
Why
it?
don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Which direction? This direction. Okay. Good idea. As long as you don't give me...
Now, yes, this is
Wandering
exciting.
music again.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
I think we're going in a
Whatever
circle.
it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
So, this is a circle? Cinnamon toast is cursed toast.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No
What do you want me
lines
to
or
do?
monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
How can I not acknowledge this giant yellow line? all over the place. I mean, we could go back. Oh, it's left us again. The line is making its own path.
A choice.
Aha!
We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Okay.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
Okay, you
Just
think.
walk in circles for a minute.
Very well.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
I don't know.
And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Very well. Confusing. The confusion ending. You've been playing the confusing ending for 18 minutes and 18
Hold
seconds.
up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this
Fifth,
is?
sixth,
It's
eighth,
all one
restart.
giant
Narrator is
ending?
gone after a long time.
And we're
Stanley
supposed to restart
dies!
the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now,
Deviate
according
from
to
the
the
maintenance room,
schedule, I
enter the motor
restart
room.
again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
Narrator
My
forgets about
mind goes
previous
blank
restarts.
simply because it's written
Find
here
the line,
on this,
begin following
this
the line.
thing, wall.
Simply
Well,
backspace.
who consulted
Wander
me?
back to find a bookstore,
Why do
get
I
bored
get
and
to
leave.
decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep
The
restarting.
narrator forgets about the
I don't
previous
want to
Stanley
forget
attempts to
what's
play the story,
going
but
on.
is prevented on him
I
to
don't
go
want to be
away.
trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Well, if you don't do it, I'm just gonna die.
And the
Ooh.
timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I don't know, man. Why are you asking me?
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you
Why? God damn it! Okay, that's that ending done. Hello? Is this my wife?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting
No.
the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Boxes mean happiness. Yay! Okay. You gotta stay there, Bucket. You can't come with me. I gotta go into the mind place.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, but last time you were like, it was gross.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was just okay. He changed his mind from it's spectacularly
But
lovely and
eager
tremendous.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't
Last time I
5
didn't go
years
down here with the
ago.
bucket. No, last time I did go down here. Where? There's a yellow line down there. Wait, can I actually get down? Can I get down there? Huh. Is there somewhere else to go? Oh! No. The exit. The B. The door is open. I don't know. I don't think so. The doors aren't open. It's just a lie. Last time I had the bucket when I went in here.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path
that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording?
I mean...
It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be
on the
you.
couch?
Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Was that the ending? God damn it. Oh, my boxes got delivered. Yes, happiness boxes. Fuck yeah. Shit. I can't get to the telephone no more. My happy boxes are in the way. Oh. Oh no. The telephone was blocked by box.
You've forgotten about it.
My wife.
Really?
Fuck you.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yes.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes,
Why,
because this place says no. I don't have a
convince
bucket.
you of this, but I really do want to help you.
No, you
to
don't.
show you something beautiful.
Aha, where is
Let
it?
me prove it.
Ah,
Let me
ha,
prove that
got
and
them
there
all.
it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
Stiggly
Savor
Wiggly.
this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we
It's
can't
like
have
a
that.
reward.
So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go
Hooray.
to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
I wonder if the meeting room's changed now.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Go through the red
Stanley
door.
walked through the red door.
Okay, we'll try red.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running.
I haven't seen
just
me
the
going
way
in a
you're doing
circle,
right
sir.
now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh. Okay. There's a death.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Space?
Here. Yes.
Hello.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place,
But there's a door.
Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Okay. Boy, I can't stay in here forever. Mr. Man in my brain. I think all the lights are leaving. What happens when all the lights leave? Wait, what happens when all the lights get to the top? Is it a laser? Am I gonna die? Ooh! Pretty. This is fine. Super great. I know what this place... Oh, it's changing to green. I cannot, in fact, jump off the edge. We can watch this lights. I kind of want more colors. I want more rainbows. This is breaking my eyeballs. Okay, it's repeating. I'm leaving! Take your happy place and shove it.
No, wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
Leaving! That's where we're going. So I can't stay in there. There's adventures to be had.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Well, how am I gonna hurt myself on stairs? Unless the stairs are gonna collapse. I will stay away. Let me go back to the nice place then, just for you.
Good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Okay. What if I leave?
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
Sozzles!
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
No! I need more in there. Stairs.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
I literally think those stairs just go all the way up and then go off the edge. Let me just have a quick look. It doesn't seem like there's a door up there. It just seems like there's an edge.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
It is. That's exactly what it is.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
There's nothing else to do, though. Nope. No extra dialogue. I'm going. That's it. I'm done. It is time. Yeet.
No!
I'm alive.
Oh, thank God. You lived.
Again.
No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Because there's nothing else to do.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
I don't have any legs, but if I did, I think they'd be broken.
Yes. Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
But there's nothing in here, sir.
I know you'll see. You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
But it's just like a big old hallucinatory trip. I don't want to be here. The stairs. They give me life.
No, perhaps not.
No. I think I'm walking super slow because my legs broke. My non-existent floaty legs have been broken.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Wow.
Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yes. Yay. Third.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
Oh.
But I guess that was too much to ask.
It's making me feel bad about it.
Looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Don't make me feel bad about it. I thought I was gonna die the first time I fell down.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Jesus Christ. Okay. No. No, we haven't gone back.